know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. And all I could taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your life. And sooner or later it's over. I just don't wanna miss you tonight. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And you can't fight the tears that ain't coming, all the moment of truth in your lies. When everything feels like the movies.
Brilliant. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please, will you be seated? So can I say good afternoon, everyone? And on behalf of Matt and Lauren, I'd like to welcome you all to the White Heather today on this very happy occasion as we gather to celebrate their marriage. I should like to begin by introducing my colleague Shirley, who is the registrar for today and whose task it is to enter details of this marriage into the official register. She will also produce these certificates to be presented to our newly married couple at the conclusion of the ceremony. Before we go any further, it's my very important task to ask who brings Lauren to be married here today. I do. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Take those from you. Okay. Got a little interloper, but we're all right. Matt and Lauren, your family and friends are here celebrating with you today, and they will join with you in the solemnisation of your marriage. They will witness the vows and promises that you're about to make to each other and support you in your future life together. If it's easier, it's not a problem.
It's about families.
If it's easier.
Irish words like this.
She's part of it too. She's part of it. It's fine. So, marriage is a promise made between 2 or 3 people who love one another and who wish to share their future lives together. It calls for mutual respect, honesty, patience, and as we've seen, a good sense of humour is required. It will, though, provide each of you with the love and the support, the help and the comfort that you may need, both in times of joy and in times of difficulty. a good partner in such a marriage will be loving, caring, and above all, a best friend of the other, which is why it's a reason. Matthew Winrow and Lauren Elizabeth Ollerenshaw are here today making a very public declaration of their love and commitment to one another. However, I have to ask, if any person here knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, they should declare it now. I'm getting the death stare, but moving swiftly on. And before we go any further, just on the cheek. That's it. Before we go any further, it's time for our first reading, and this is written by David Bowie. It's called Absolute Beginners, and it's read for us by Tiffany and Rebecca. If they'd like to come forward, please. You got it. That's where it is.
I've nothing much to offer. There's nothing much to take. I'm an absolute beginner, and I'm absolutely sane. As long as we're together, the rest can go to hell. I absolutely love you. But we're absolute beginners, with eyes completely open. I'm nervous all the same. If our love song could fly over mountains, could laugh at the ocean, just like the films, there's no reason to feel all the hard times. To lay down the hard lines, it's absolutely true.
Nothing much could happen, nothing we can't stake. Oh, we're absolute beginners, with nothing much at stake. As long as you're still smiling, there's nothing more I need. I absolutely love you. But we're absolute beginners. But if my love is your love, we're certain to succeed. If our love song could fly over mountains, sail over heartaches just like the films, if there's a reason to feel all the hard times, to lay down the hard lines, it's absolutely true.
Thank you, David. Matt and Lauren, before you are joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows that you are about to make. Marriage, according to the law in this country, is the union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. I now require each of you in turn to make that legal declaration of your freedom to marry one another. And Matt, I'll start with you. Would you like to repeat after me, please? I declare that I know of no legal reason why I, Matthew Winrow, may not be joined in marriage to Lauren Elizabeth Ollerenshaw. Thank you. Lauren. I declare that I know of no legal reason why I, Lauren Elizabeth Ollerenshaw, may not be joined in marriage to Matthew Winrow. Thank you very much. Pause. Time for our second reading. And this is entitled The Humans of New York, if they're only there, from Finnegan the Moose, and it's read for us by Oliver. Oliver. You want a big one? Well, you've got it.
One night she asked me to tell her a bedtime story, and I started telling her this long story about Finnegan the Moose. Finnegan was a very dignified moose, but one day a crazy goose named Reginald came and sat on his head. Reginald was a very exciting goose. She always made bold proclamations and suggesting crazy adventures, and her tongue was always hanging out of her mouth. Finnegan would always do whatever Reginald suggested, and he'd pretend that he understood her even when she didn't make sense. Before Reginald landed on his head, Finnegan's life was a little boring. It wasn't a bad life, it was a normal moose life. He hadn't just met his best friend, and he didn't even know she was out there.
Thank you very much. So we've now come to the solemn but joyous moment when Matt and Lauren will be contracting their marriage in front of you, their witnesses and guests. Now, of course, we're all witnesses to the marriage, but they've asked for 2 special people to come forward and join them, and they will be signing the register as the official witnesses at the end of the ceremony. So can I ask for Tracy and Carol, please, to step forward? One either side of them would be good. And I was going to say, turn you 2 to face each other and take 2 hands in 2, but it's going to be a problem.
Just one, yeah, just one hand.
Just one hand, look, that's one hand's good. I'm not going to upset the little lady. So, Matt, if you'd like to say these words after me, please. I, Matthew Winrow,
I, Matthew Winrow,
take you, Lauren Elizabeth Ollerenshaw,
take you, Lauren Elizabeth Ollerenshaw,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
I promise that I will make time for you
I promise that I will make time for you
and support you in everything you do.
and support you in everything you do.
I will try to bring laughter into your life
I will try to bring laughter into your life
and make you happy.
and make you happy.
I pledge you my loyalty and friendship
I pledge you my loyalty and friendship
for as long as I live.
for as long as I live.
Thank you very much. Laura? No pressure. Just repeat after me, please. I, Lauren Elizabeth Ollerenshaw,
I, Lauren Elizabeth Ollerenshaw,
take you, Matthew Winrow,
take you, Matthew Winrow,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
I promise that I will make time for you
I promise I will make time for you
and support you in everything you do.
and support you in everything you do.
I will try to bring laughter into your life
I will try to bring laughter into your life
and make you happy.
and make you happy.
I pledge you my loyalty and friendship
I pledge you my loyalty and friendship
for as long as I live.
for as long as I live.
Graham Ali, please, if you'd like to step forward. And it's part of a long tradition in this country that a marriage is sealed by the giving and receiving or exchanging of rings in this case. The wedding ring is an unbroken circle, symbolising eternal unity without beginning or end, and is the outward sign of the love that exists between you. Let them always remind you of the commitments that you've made to each other here today. So first of all, Lee, can you present Lauren's ring to Matt, please? Have you got the wrong way around?
Yeah. So,
Graham, present. Thanks, Todd.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
thank you. To me.
To me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, lovely.
Lauren.
You want the ring, not the box.
Oh, sorry.
Third finger, left hand, please. Halfway on. Just say these words after me, please. I give this ring as my gift to you.
I give this ring as my gift to you.
Wear it and think of me,
Wear it and think of me,
and know that I love you.
and know that I love you.
There we are. You slide that gently on now. Oh, that was so gentle. That's really nice. Right. So whoever's got Matt's ring, can you give it to Lauren, please?
Do you want me to put it on as well?
I got it from here, thank you.
Third finger, left hand. A moving target, but you got it. Just say these words after me, please. I give this ring as my gift to you.
I give this ring as my gift to you.
Wear it and think of me,
Wear it and think of me,
and know that I love you.
and know that I love you.
There we are. You can put that on now gently. Thank you very much.
Maybe they're forced that, but
Both safely on. Wonderful. You can take your seats again, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Now time for a third reading. And this is entitled He's Not Perfect by Bob Marley even. Be read for us by Courtney.
He's not perfect, you aren't either, and the two of you will never be perfect. But if he can make you laugh at least once, cause you to think twice, and if he admits to being human and making mistakes, hold on to him and give him the most you can. He isn't going to quote poetry, he's not thinking about you every moment, but he will give you a part of him that he knows you could break. Don't hurt him, don't change him, and don't expect for more than he can give. Don't analyse, smile when he makes you happy, yell when he makes you mad, and miss him when he's not there. Love hard when there is love to be had, because perfect guys don't exist. There's always one guy that is perfect for you.
Thank you very much. Couple of minutes. Matt and Lauren, you have now made the commitment of marriage. The path you have chosen to travel may have challenges along the way, but from this day forward you're facing them together as a couple. I'm sure I echo the thoughts of everybody in the room here when we say that we all hope that the feelings of love that you have for each other will only deepen and go stronger throughout the years to come. You've given your marriage vows and personal promises to each other in my presence, in the presence of a registrar, and most importantly, in front of a room full of family and friends for this your very special day. what can I say? I'm therefore delighted to announce that you are now lawfully joined together as husband and wife. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please praise Sam for the father of the bride, Steve?
Thank you very much. Right, let's get this over with. Good afternoon. I am Steve, the very proud father of this stunning bride, Lauren. On behalf of Lauren and Matt, myself and my beautiful wife Tracy, Neil and Eleonora, and Carol and Jim, can I welcome you all here today. I want to offer a particularly warm welcome to all of you who have travelled so far. It's a tribute to Matt and Lauren that so many of you have made such an effort by train, plane and automobile to get here for their special day. We all appreciate you being here today. Thank you. I'm not going to lie to you, preparing this speech has been a tough gig. I chat all day for a living, but this is something very different. I have really struggled to put into words what I wanted to say, but I'm going to give it a go. Lauren and Courtney are my proudest achievement, and raising them has been the best job of my life. I'm a proud dad and thought nothing could top that. But then 18 months ago, I became a granddad to Iris. Iris, you have been a little star today, and every day since you came into our lives. Watching Matt and Lauren become parents has been an absolute joy. Iris is a strong-willed lady who knows her own mind. I have no idea where she gets that from. Tracy and I occasionally allow ourselves a small smile. Things really do come full circle. Before you know it, you will be watching her graduate from college or university, just as we did with you, wondering where all the time goes. It doesn't seem 5 minutes since we were wiping your tears, clearing up your sick, and helping you to walk home, but enough about your 21st. So what can I say about Lauren? Lauren is a beautiful woman, inside and out. She is fiercely loyal, totally trustworthy, and will make Matt the perfect partner. I know Lauren will be an amazing wife, and I know that because she is just like a mother. So finally, what can I say about Matt? Well, I will leave all the character assassination to the best men. Instead, what I can say is that he is a great credit to his parents and his family. It's now the time I'm supposed to officially welcome Matt into our family, but the truth is, you've been part of this family since the first day we met you. I can genuinely think of no better person to have as a son-in-law except for Benny Company. He's already taken. Welcome to the family, Matt. One piece of advice though, Matt. A man who gives in when he is wrong is a very wise man. However, a man who gives in when he is right is married. Finally, I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all the staff at the White Heather for making this wedding such a fantastic occasion. Thank you, all of you. Really, thank you. Almost done. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to ask you all to charge your glasses and drink a toast to the happy couple, to Matt and Lauren, long life and happiness. Matt and Lauren.
Ladies and gentlemen, the father of the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, the father of the groom, Neil.
Good afternoon. My name's Neil. I'm father of Matt, and this is Matt's wicked stepmom, Eleanor. For you that don't know me, I live in Italy. Italy is a bit of a crazy place. There's over 54 different police forces, and they all carry pistols, including traffic wardens. You think, well, how dangerous is that? Well, actually, there's a good reason why they do this. Because if you park in a disabled parking slot, they shoot you in the legs, and you're no longer parked illegally. Another thing that's quite strange about Italy, they don't need words to talk. They talk with body language. What's this mean? I don't care. Perfect. Okay. Let me talk about my son. I'll never forget the first time I put eyes on my son Matt in a Romanian orphanage for special needs. The old ones are the best. It's not the first time I said this one, but it never fails. Actually, Matt, when he was a little kid, he was really, really cute. I remember the day when I first went to his parents' evening at school. He was only starting infant school, and he had this teacher called Miss Thorne. Bit of a babe, really. And he was telling this story of Matt when she bent down to tie his shoelace. He kissed her on the back of the neck. And I thought, well, that's my boy. Had he been my boy? Anyway, he was always an emotional little kid. And I remember when his brother went off to boarding school, and poor Matt, I remember outside our house in Scotland, grabbing hold of his brother's leg. Please don't go to school. It was really heartbreaking for us. And the other time, do you remember in Edinburgh Station? No? We do. He couldn't eat his hamburger because he was crying so much. Because his poor brother was getting on the train to go to school, and we had to drive back to the north of Scotland. And he's always been a person to show his emotions. And he's never been able to hide his true colours. And just to show his true colours, for you that don't know, Matt is supposedly an avid Newcastle fan, unlike the rest of his family. This is for you, Matt, okay? Okay. Yeah, Matt and his brother are quite famous. Tim's quite famous because he went to Hollywood and he starred in the Goonies film. I don't know if you remember it. The Goonies in Sloth. Well, yeah, Matt decided to take after his brother and went and acted himself. And I don't know if you know, in the 1990s, there was a program called Harry Enfield and Chums. Yeah. And Matt turned into Kevin when he was 13. Kevin and Perry, he lost all use of his arms. I'm not happy. I hate you. I'm adopted. Fortunately, he grew out of that. But unfortunately, became a student. And he was a terrible student. I remember once going to his digs in Leeds, and he had a huge bedroom. It was enormous, but you couldn't walk in it for standing on dirty clothes and last week's pizza. It was just a bum. Fortunately, he needed to find a lady who could calm, who was intelligent, who would look after him. And then he found Lauren. But I must say, Lauren has brought out the best in Matt. I mean, I'd never seen him clean a dish before I'd met Lauren. And along with that little angel that they have with them, they both make me really proud. I'm really happy, Lauren, that you have entered our family, and you make me really proud to say that you're a Winrow. So I'd like you all to join me and have a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Matthew Winrow. Mr. and Mrs. Matthew Winrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the father of the groom. Ladies and gentlemen, your groom, Matthew.
Do you want to shut up? So I've been feeling quite nervous about doing this speech for a while, but last night I slept like a baby, so I was up 2 hours trying. So I would like to start by thanking you all for coming. We know some of you have travelled a really long way, and we really appreciate you all being here today. Although after constantly hearing people tell me for the last 18 months that they can't believe I'm a dad, I'm sure most of you have just turned up to witness that someone would actually real would marry me. And a woman at that. Just to prove a point, I actually wrote this speech a couple of weeks ago, and one of the messages I got yesterday is, can you believe it, someone has finally got to marry you? Thanks, Claire. Yeah, I feel bad about myself. So there are a number of people who we'd like to thank for making this day possible, starting with the two bridesmaids, Corey and Becky. So you both look absolutely stunning, and you've done the near impossible task of keeping Lauren calm for this week. And she was thrilled when you both said that you would say yes to being a bridesmaid, and you've really done her proud today. So thank you so much. And then to Courtney, Lauren's chief bridesmaid and sister. So I know how much Lauren loves you, and you mean so much to the both. On top of everything, you threw an amazing hen do, even though Lauren's answers for Mr. and Mrs. were completely wrong. And you've been non-stop running errands for us this week. You've been an absolute rock for Lauren. I'm so happy that you're a sister-in-law. So if everyone could just raise the glasses for a toast to the bridesmaids. So, so I'd also like to thank my best men, Lee and Graham, but I'm finding it hard to because they've not done anything yet. Did you arrange to transport the accommodation for the stag do? No. But besides all that, you are my best mates and Lauren thinks you're okay too. And then at least you're providing tonight's entertainment as a right set for a tribute act. So not much for a toast, but if everyone could raise the glasses to my useless best man. So, of course, we wouldn't be here today without Lauren's mum and dad, Steve. I'd like to thank Tracy for raising Lauren to be the exact same person as you, just 20 years younger. So I know exactly what I'm in for. But I'm okay with that. And then Steve, I'd just like to thank you for not pulling out. Nailed it. I just didn't know how that would go down, so alright. In all seriousness, you've done so much for this wedding and it couldn't have gone ahead without your help. Lauren Harris and the bridesmaids wouldn't look half as wonderful as they do today. We wouldn't have been able to arrange anything without you taxiing Lauren around, and for that we're eternally grateful. From day one you've welcomed me into your family, and I don't see you as just my in-laws, but you're really my friends as well. For a purely selfish reason, you've raised a daughter that's maybe the happiest person in the world, and I can't thank you enough. So, again, if everyone could just raise their glasses to Steve and Tracy. To my own mum, Neil and Carol. Dad, I can probably blame you for my sense of humour, so that joke from 30 seconds ago is your fault. And Mum, you've kept me grounded by being disappointed with that sense of humour. But you've both made me what I am today, which has obviously worked well for Lauren. You're both the bits. You've always been there for me whenever I've needed you, even though I've been a brat for most of my life. And you've been so great to me. You've been so great to me, Lauren, that I couldn't have asked for a better mum and dad. I love you both so much, and thank you for not giving up after having an ugly first child as well. I would also like to thank Jim, my stepdad, for as well as taking a very immature 24-year-old a few years back, which was a challenge. You've done such an amazing job with all the props for the wedding that I couldn't have even started to do. And then also to my stepmom Eleonora, even though we don't see you as much as we'd like, you always make us feel we have a home, even when we're away from home. So if I could just raise another toast, so to my parents. So a special mention to my gorgeous little girl Iris. Even though you don't understand the word I'm saying, you're a ray of sunshine in our lives. And you're simply the most... So my next line is you're simply the most perfect little girl, but then you're doing that. Special is the term, I'm going to change it to. Go on. And although Mummy may be jealous of you stealing the thunder today, we're both over the moon that you're here with us to celebrate our special day. And you're literally the best little thing that's ever happened to us. I love you, please. Thank you for ignoring me. And lastly, to my beautiful wife, Lauren, which sounds quite cool being able to say it now. So, from the moment I saw you nervously shuffle into the branch, and I used my best chat-up line of, have you seen the film Drive, and would you like to see my scorpion jacket? It works. Yeah. From that moment I knew you were the one. And after our first date where you were chivalrous enough to pick me up, and my ears became attuned to your many accents, I never wanted to spend any time away from you, and that's still the case to this day. They say opposites attract, and it's a good job they do, because we definitely wouldn't be together. Whereas you're the most beautiful person I've ever seen, I'm a beady-eyed Harry Potter lookalike with T-Rex hands. As I'm told daily. Even our completely different interests have brought us together, so I now know what balayage and taupe is, which is like a highlighted hair towards the tip and a grey beige colour, in case you're wondering. And Lauren's geography knowledge is actually pretty good now. So, just to test, what's the capital of Canada?
Ottawa.
However, one thing we do have in common is our love of dirty food, and there's nothing I love more than ordering a takeaway and sitting in and watching a film with you, even when you become an emotional wreck over a drama, or a comedy, or an advert. You're the most caring, passionate and loving person I know. You've put up with me through the worst of times and enjoyed the best of times with me, and you've made me a better person. You've given me the greatest gifts ever in our daughter, and you still amaze me how great a mum you are. Seeing you go through morphine-fueled labour hell was both the toughest and greatest day of my life. But it made me realise how lucky we are to have you, and I wouldn't be the dad that I am today without you either. So, I'm not one for fancy words or poetic gestures, as was proven by my proposal, which went along the lines of, oh shit, I can't remember what I meant to say. Marry me! Which obviously didn't have the desired effect, but you still said yes. Back on. Yeah. Put this last bit into terms that I know. I love you more than a pizza with double dynamite, a drunken curry, and a half-price pick and mix all together, which for me is the absolute jackpot. But I still feel like I've hit the jackpot with you every day. I couldn't imagine spending the time without you, and I'm so glad to be able to finally call you my wife. So, if everyone could be upstanding. No, a raised toast to a beautiful life, to Lauren.
Ladies and gentlemen, your groom. Ladies and gentlemen, the best men.
Hello. Hello. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name's Lee. Apparently, according to Matt, I'm his better man, and also the lead singer of Right Said Fred. So, I know I am. Now, I am conscious that there've already been 3 speeches and one more to come today. So, I have promised the bride and groom that I'm going to treat my speech today very much like Matt. So it's short and not very funny. Now, I've had the absolute pleasure of knowing Matt for nearly 10 years, ever since we started working together at Nationwide Building Society. So that's clearly where all the best relationships start. And the first time I met Matt was on the Nottingham branch work night out, when I was invited to go along because I need to get to know my new colleagues, and I remember my manager calling me over and going, "Oh, you know, come and meet somebody." And this is Matt. And I remember, gesturing, "Oh, nice to see you," and thinking to myself, "Jesus Christ, what's going on with that guy's hands?" I mean, they are like the daintiest of little things, aren't they? Everyone's seen this, obviously. And the more alcohol he consumes, the jazzier those little pixie hands get, don't they? So that'll be interesting for the photos for this evening. So now there was one moment that night where I knew that a friendship would take off. And it was at the end of the night where I says to Matt, "Oh, how are you going to get home, mate?" And he says, "Well, I'm just going to get a train." I'm like, "It's 2 a.m. and you're going to go from Nottingham to Lincoln. There's not going to be any trains running." And calmly and seriously, he just replied, "Not to worry, mate. I'm just going to sleep rough." And so, I mean, serious. That was a serious statement. Did you sleep rough that night? Well, that's what you said, sir. Now, I know we're here to celebrate your two's relationship today, but I'd like to take a second to celebrate ours, Matt. And so I've got some props for today. The first one is a moment when we first started working together at Nationwide Building Society, a week into the bromance. And for some reason, Matt bought a pack of stick-on moustaches to the branch. And do you know what was the reason why he bought them? No idea. But we both shared a common interest there, so we thought, yeah, let's just get a photo opportunity for that one. The next one is one of our continental beer evenings. So thinking that we're better people than we actually are, thinking, oh yeah, let's get some nice expensive beers. Not so expensive from Lidl, but and this moment in particular is when I coughed and accidentally spat my drink directly into Matt's mouth. And so obviously what you do there is laugh hysterically about that. The next one is, and I'm not sure if you can see that, it's pretty dark. Can everyone see that? I'm not sure why it's so dark, because it's about 8 p.m. and this is my leaving do. And then 10 minutes later I had to take him home from my leaving do because he'd had too much to drink. And that ties nicely with the one from my wedding, where you can see Matt's had a good time. And that was quite early. This is before Matt fell asleep at my wedding. Didn't you, Matt? Yeah, he did. And the final one, bringing us right up to date, is a photo from Matt's stag do. So you can see how pretty we made him look. On the, wow, look at that. Now, now for half the time that I've known you, obviously you've been with Lauren, and I remember that time when I had a phone call from you, and it was quite emotional and almost in tears, and he said, you know what, I think that I finally met my Mrs. Winrow. And I'll never forget that phone call. Can you remember that one? No. Now, it took me a lot longer than anybody else to. Didn't it, Matt? No. Hello? There we go. It took me a lot longer to meet Laura, didn't it? Because you wouldn't let me meet her initially, would you? Because you were concerned that I might have things that I could share on you that might ruin things for you. I mean, to be fair, as if I would have done something like that. But today, you've made me your best man and given me a microphone, so I'd buckle up if I was you. No. I am delighted, though, that you have excelled in your duties as a boyfriend and then fiancé. If you hadn't, then I would never have been able to spend so much time with that beautiful, kind and caring person to your left. And that's Lauren's dad, Steve. So I love you, Steve. No, in all seriousness, you have done really well to woo someone like Lauren. You know, I remember when you actually allowed me to meet her and thinking to myself, oh, you know what, he really has landed on his feet with this new Scouse girl. Or is she a Scouse? Oh no, she's a Geordie girl. Oh, he's got one of his own. Oh, that's nice. And she's not Geordie though, because was she a Cockney? It's funny that you should mention that about her accent, because I've always had that. And to Lauren, I've always had that problem with your accents, haven't I? I have though, Lauren, haven't I? Hey? Yeah, I have. Anyway, I'd like to finish my speech today in the most beautiful way I could think of. And believe it or not, I have written you both a poem. I've written this, by the way, just so you know. So, dear Mr. and Mrs. Winrow, I'd like this time to say some words that I've prepared for you on this your wedding day. It's an honour to be one of your best men, and I promised my speech be smut-free. If I came across an innuendo, I'd whip it out immediately. You're both so very popular. Lauren, your friends say you're a 10. Matt, your friends say you're a first-class banker, but I may have misheard them. You really are a perfect pair and have been since you met. It started as a work romance. Proof you can shit on your own doorstep. Ever since then, Matt has loved you. Your eyes, your mouth, your nose. Lauren tells me that she likes you too, particularly your trouser hose. An established couple you both have become, and time has rolled by as it does. There came a time in the Winrow household when a positive test created a buzz. And after 9 months, baby Iris was here. She is amazing in every way. You both really are a great mum and dad. Perfect family of 3, I must say. So finally, I'm glad you were you when we met. Very weird, but a top bloke, Matt. You're now my best mate and I'm proud to be here. You're a friend for life, there's no doubt in that. So it's clear to see to everyone here that your love will surely last. So all that's left for me to say is to join me and raise a glass. To Mr. and Mrs. Winrow.
Hello everyone, second best man here. No, whatever. So has anyone ever drew a blank when looking at 1,000 faces? First of all, Matt and Lauren, thank you for making me a big part of your big day. Don't want to steal your thunder, but it's been pretty nerve-wracking, but it's made us really happy. So thank you very much. I've known Matt for like come on 15 years now. We met at uni when he was infamous for downing entire bottles of aftershock and then passing out on other people's toilets. So naturally, you know, yeah, he's a cool guy. And naturally, you're drawing cool people, aren't you? So absolutely. So, but what followed was just, just typical stuff, just bonding over 80s films and 90s computer games. We didn't get many lasses, but but you know, for me, yeah, it was fun. It was really good. But when what really shone for me about Matt, we lived together for a year with two other girls who aren't my friends anymore. Are you still on Facebook with you or not? No, they're friends, aren't they? Anyway. Well, leading up to this, he was already an absolute solid goal mate. But it was towards the end. I was still in uni, and I left all my uni work to the last minute. So it was typical. So I was really stressed, and I brought a girlfriend as well. So I was really, really down, just really, really bad company. And Matt was there for us all the time. Like he was literally working 2 jobs at this time as well. And he could have said, "Oh, we're in man up." But he didn't, and he was just there, just to chat about nothing, just hang out and check on me. And I know it doesn't sound like much, but it really got us through, mate. And when you asked us to be your best man, that's the first thing I thought about, on the call as well. And of course the answer was yes, mate. Quiet, we're done. Thank you. No, but of course the answer was yes, mate. It's been an absolute honour, mate. Thank you. One of my fondest memories of me and Matt, it was like a Saturday afternoon just watching football, and I had my Sunderland top on, and he had his Newcastle top on, and I was approached by a couple of Sunderland fans, because I tell by the accent. So, "Hey mate, what are you doing with him now?" Alright mate. I was like, "What are you doing with him? Is he Maggie?" And I said, "Settle down, mate. It doesn't matter who you support, he's my best mate." And that's still true now. So, you will cry, not me. So I love you, mate. I love you so much. Now, Lauren. Loz. Now, Lauren won me over before I even met her. So it was leading up to his surprise 30th, and it's got a random text just saying, is this for him? Like kissing the end, so I was like, yeah, of course. No. I was like, "Oh no," it's yeah, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm arranging Matt's birthday." And just the fact she knew how much it would mean to him, she reached out to a stranger. I could be anyone. You make your own opinion. But I could be anybody, and the fact that she reached out to a stranger, just because she knew how much it meant to Matt, then yeah, I was going over straight away then. And then when I met her, she wasn't exactly what I thought she would be. all the way down, she was so lovely and so polite, and she was helping us out. I was like, "Oh, where do I go? What do I do this? How do I do this?" And she was like, "Oh, she was really helping us, do it." She was so patient with me. Then I met some nutter in a taxi as well, and she give us a free ride. I was like, "Whoa, bloody hell! Lincoln's brilliant." But then she was so loud, and she was effing and jeffing and just giving us loads of sass for no reason. But that made me like her even more. And since then, she's always so lovely. Every time I come down, I make a nuisance of myself. I make a lot more work for the house. I mess it up. I chat about what you guys can say. And she's always so patient with me, and she's also generous. So I love you too. And finally, little Iris. When I first met her, she couldn't talk. I mean, I don't know what problem is. But she couldn't talk, and I kind of gave her like a Simba toy, and like Lauren was like, "Say thank you," and she couldn't say thank you. She was like, she She did that. She did that, and that was better than everything. And in that instance, I just fell in love with her straight away. So Iris, I love you too. So everyone, Matt, Lauren, and Iris, thank you. I love you so much. Any regrets getting me in your life? I love you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Destiny.
And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. and Mrs. Winrow.